Okay, Group 5. How you doing? So, what we're looking at, because you crew are looking at mapping onto those large three objects, um, really all you need to do for the moment is have a look at these ramps that I've made here for you. Now these ramps are very simple kind of things. If I just make one now, if I click tab and I go to the purple operators and I hit ramp, there we go, there's a ramp, and then I can bring in an LFO, so I'll hit tab again and an LFO. So the LFO just creates some movement and the ramp is what is making the actual colors. So if I click on the ramp and then hit P, I get all of these guys up, and what I can do is tap along here and I'll get one, and then I'll bring this up and that'll give me some red. Then I'll make another one down here and then I'll bring this up and we'll get lots of red. You play with the type here, so this one here that we're looking at is horizontal, but we could make it radial, which would change it here. I'll just make this one a bit bigger so we can see it. Maybe even take it away from that huge thing. So this one here is radial, or I could make it circular like this. And when I move the period up and down, we get this. And when I move the phase, that changes it also in different ways. So these two kind of work in conjunction with each other. So you can get a whole lot of different effects. So what we do is we grab an LFO and I'll go to the frequency and say call it 0.1 just so it slows down so it doesn't drive us crazy. I'll hit A to make it active. Then I'll click on the ramp and I'll grab this guy and drag him onto the period and say export chop. Alright. Last thing to do to just kind of make it work basically is on the LFO you go up and you change this to Gaussian. All that means is it won't go negative. So it'll just go between 0 and 1. And we've created this movement already, which kind of looks pretty cool. Now if I go back to the ramp and I tap on this guy here without making it too complicated, I'll tap on that and then I'll tap on the color, and so because that was the last one I tapped on here, I'll change the color for that area, so we could make that a nice blue there and get a bit of purple when the red and blue mix together. Looks a bit Captain America slightly, maybe not. So that's how I've made these. It's just two operators, and what I did up here was, this is just a little way of scrolling through these different colored operators. So I've got them all going into one box, and at the moment it's this top one that's coming into the box. If you click on this constant here, this box, I've made it red so you can find it easily. Then you move this slider. What it does is it moves between the first, second, third, fourth and fifth of these that I've got set up. So that slider just scrolls through them all. So really what I want you to do is click open these, play with the colors, break things, have fun. When you break it, just close it down without saving and reopen the file, and it'll be the same as it was before. And then I'll show you how to do some mapping with it when I'm in the classroom. So have fun, and I'll see you soon.